It's Debatable with Mark Gray here on MLBBro.com.
All right, boys and girls, it's another week of Debatable with our non-injured superstar, Manny Ramirez Brown. You know him as Man Ram. It's your boy, the OG, who just got back off an overseas road trip, and I'm going to pass the test, but I'm still not on the IL. Man Ram, how are you?
What's going on, man? I see you out there on the dance floor with the moves. I feel you. I see you. I see you, OG.
We got to open up the can on Tommy Pham. And we all know by now, we've all seen the embarrassing photo of him slapping Jock Peterson of the San Francisco Giants. So did Major League Baseball make the right call on the suspension of Tommy Pham for only 3 games?
No. I mean, listen, I understand that someone you feel disrespected you and you had to handle it like a man or whatever. But listen, you slap somebody on the job. Like me, you, anybody that's going to be watching and listening to this, you can't do that at your job, right? Like I can't at my regular day job when I'm not doing MLB Bro, of course. Right. I can't just slap somebody because I lost a fantasy football bet, or they cheated, or they said, or they put a GIF or GIF, whatever you pronounce it, in a group chat that you didn't like. I can't just slap my coworker. If you piss me off, Mark, I can't just slap you. No, Rob's gonna fire me. Like at some point, like you're at a job, like you can't just do that. So I think Major League Baseball. Listen, it's not. I mean, I'm not advocating he should be suspended for a season or 30 games, but 10 games, 15 games. I think you got to send a message that this kind of behavior isn't tolerated. You're representing Major League Baseball. You're representing the Cincinnati Reds. You can't behave like that.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I would have been a little bit more harsh. I'd have probably given him a month. And really, think about it. He came out and admitted that they were big money on the line, and his words were he thought Peterson broke the code. Well, wait a minute. You broke the baseball rule by gambling. Tommy Pham plays in a town where Pete Rose, arguably the greatest hitter of our generation, can't get into the Hall of Fame for what? Gambling. So you've got gambling on display, the ramifications of such gambling, not fixing games, but leading to an altercation in Great American Ballpark, which is their workspace, spills out onto the field. It embarrasses the game. So 10 games minimum, 30 games at least. He needed to sit down and cool out. Do you think Major League Baseball has a gambling problem right now?
I don't know if they have a gambling problem, but they got a hypocrisy problem. So let me get this straight, right? Major League Baseball, right? The Black Sox scandal. Gambling is the ultimate sin of the game. And oh my God, you can never do this, right? They're in bed with every gambling betting service in the country. MLB players are actively shilling DraftKings and FanDuel and the FanDuel Play of the Week and the sports book this and the sports book back. I can literally go into any sports gambling facility in America and place a bet on baseball games, but we can't put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. We shun him. And listen, I'm not defending Pete Rose because he's got his own issues, but listen, I don't know if they have a gambling problem, but they sure do have a hypocrisy problem.
It's the craziest thing ever, but they got to wrap their arms around this because I do believe, once again, there's something beneath the surface that could go farther left. And I don't know what they're doing to get out in front of it, but I'm thinking about Calvin Ridley in the NFL. Remember, he cost himself a season by gambling on games when he was on the disabled list last year.
From the NFL of all sports, the NFL, who's in bed with everybody. But yeah, listen, I agree with you. I think that there's something bubbling beneath the surface. My thing is they need to come out and say, listen, it's allowed or it isn't. Either we're for gambling or we're not for gambling. But be consistent, Major League Baseball. Like if it's then don't do business with FanDuel. Don't do business with MGM Sportsbook. Don't do business with these people. But then say, you know what, Paul Goldschmidt can't place a bet, or this person can't do fantasy football. Like, which is it?
Which is it? That's where we'll leave it, boys and girls. Don't forget, that's how we get down here on Debatable. He's Man Ram. He is like Cal Ripken. He's going to be in the lineup. I'm the OG. You know, I got to spend time in the whirlpool to make it each week. But we'll see you next week on Debatable right here on MLBBro.com.